I don't have anything particularly important to say. I just maybe posit things in an interesting fashion. So probably what I've been trying to do is describe the 20th century itself as the corpse. It probably is just a simple metaphor.
Do you feel the century is a corpse?
Yes, I think we all have to feel that so that we can grow a new skin and develop strong legs for the future.
Do you want to create fear or confusion with your music? No.
No. No, I would like to feel that it aptly described the times that I was living through. I think that would be remarkable success to have done that.
Tell me, what were you like when you were a child?
Curious, I think. Just a little ball of curiosity about everything, and that's not really changed very much.
Tell me the story of your eyes.
The story of my eyes. Well, let me take one out. When I was about 12 or 13, I had a very good friend called George, and probably the person at the time that I liked even more than George was his girlfriend. And I unfortunately started trying to date her. And so quite rightly, he hit me. And I ended up in hospital. It paralyzed the pupil. So it's a very simple story.
These people like Ziggy Stardust and Aladdin Sane and all these persons, whose portraits have they been?
I would guess it's a psychological, it's a psycho-fest for a psychologist, I'd imagine. Combining my off-stage and on-stage lives as I was probably at the time. So I would imagine they were fiction influenced by reality.
What are you now? Who is the real David Bowie?
Oh, stand up the real David Bowie. I don't know whether I should tell.
You could.
I would imagine that I probably am as near as I'll ever be to, in a public way, being who I am.
Just person.
No, I'm spiritual, I think. That in as much that I have very strong needs to have an identity within the universe. I don't think religion is for me. I have great distrust of the constructs of the church, both with Protestantism and Catholicism. But I have an abiding fascination with the beginnings of the church. But I think as important to me is a sense of the unfathomable reason why we have faith and why we are cowards and why we are heroes and what brings these things about. And if shades of one thing influence another, does one have to be a coward to be a hero? And it's the juxtapositions of all the facets of our personalities that I find interesting, and how we relate this to a God beyond God.
Do you think there is a God?
Yes, I do, but I don't think of God as a man. I don't think the man in the white beard on a cloud personification is enough for me. I believe in a God beyond God, or a heaven beyond heaven.
Do you have any fashions how you practice this spirituality?
No, not at all. Just by writing and living. I think that's what one is doing a lot as a writer, is questioning one's own existence and trying to validate it, or even punch holes in it. Sort of question, well, you know, it's the brevity of our lives is such that one wonders if they're worthwhile. We're here for such an incredibly short time. Why bother? And I think then you spend the rest of your life justifying it. I feel comfortable with the mainstream. For me, it develops the personality of a tyrant. It's sort of there's a tyranny of the mainstream. And often it waters down what essentially are some very good ideas. And to make them accessible, often they have to be broadcast at a very simple level.
Who are the heroes of today?
That's the thing that's it's very hard to actually identify what a hero is, I think.
When you look at the world around you, do you see any heroes?
Temporary ones, I would imagine there must be, yes. I think probably the heroes of the heroes are the people that we never get to meet, people who, under the most extraordinary circumstances, actually continue to live and look after their families, people who are under the boot of great corrupt governments. So I've probably chosen my last lot in life is probably to be just one of them crazy artists.